So today's topic is joins, right? Am I audible properly?
Okay.
Am I audible properly?
Sorry?
Am I audible
Yep,
properly?
yep.
So joins. Joins are what? Joins means displaying data from multiple tables, right? So what we will
Okay.
learn in joins first is what is natural join, right? Second thing is using clause, right? Third thing is on clause. Fourth thing is three ways join. Fifth thing is cross join. Seventh thing is sixth thing is self join, right? Before moving to this, six is outer join. There are following part. Am I audible properly? Hello? 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 Am I audible properly? Hello?
Yep. Now,
Yes. So in this left outer join. Second thing is right outer join. Third thing is full outer join. Thereafter seventh and eighth one is difference between key versus non key join. And ninth one is inner versus outer join, right? So in join we are going to see these following things, right? So
okay.
first thing is natural join. I'm writing a query. So what was the problem yesterday? The problem was I have not started the listener in my base machine.
Okay.
That's why I'm not able to connect with that client PC. So here you can see when I
Okay.
will today I will CMD, right? I have started the listener in this machine. See, I have started the listener. I will reload it. Right now I will try to connect. So SQL plus sys slash sys at the rate ORCL. ORCL is what? My TNS alias as sysdb,
Okay.
right? See, connected. So thereafter connect HR slash HR TNS protocol adapter error, right? So either I will directly log into HR slash HR. No, Actually I don't have to write sysdba, right? So show user HR select star form tab. So how many tables are there? 49. If I will go to my base machine and see how many tables are there, select star from tab, you are getting same result. So what is the purpose of this showing this? I have just installed the Oracle client. Thereafter I have created
Okay.
the TNS alias, and I am connecting to my particular schema to that particular database by using that TNS alias, right? ORCL, right? Even I have created that
And
alias
how to create the TNS alias?
that you will come to know in workshop 1, right? And there is a
Okay.
brief detail of there, means how we will create TNS alias, what is the purpose of TNS alias, right? So you will get
Right.
all those detail in workshop 1, admin 1. After completing this SQL
Okay.
part, we will jump into the admin 1. So I have
Okay.
created with my name as well, right? I can connect with that POW. POW is also a TNS. That is a connection string to my database server, right? So this connection is
Okay.
POW or ORCL is connecting to my this VM machine. Not I have not installed any database to my this Windows environment. Database is
Okay.
situated here in Linux environment. This is a separate VM machine,
Okay.
right? So exit, even I can
Right.
work on this environment as well. See, I can work on this environment as well. Instead of working there, I can work on this environment as well. And another option is what?
Mm-hmm.
Another option is what? There is a software that is called Putty, right?
Yeah.
Putty, right? You can connect with your machine with this Putty as well, right? Open, right?
Okay.
Oracle and Oracle, right? So SQL plus slash as sysdba. So you can connect with Putty as well. See, you have received that prompt as well. Okay,
Okay.
you have received that prompt. Okay, so either you can
Right.
work directly on that or you can work on Putty as well. So here you can see if I am writing select connect HR. Am I visible properly,
Yeah.
or I will increase the font size?
No, that's fine.
Right. So I am writing select and employee ID comma last name comma department ID comma department name from employees, right? And natural join departments, right? I have written this query. So you can see if I'm over the meaning of joins means displaying data from more than one table. So if I will duplicate this session,
Okay.
so Oracle, so SQL plus SQL connect HR. Now if I will duplicate this session and describe DSC employees. So what you will see, and DSC departments, right? So you can see how many numbers of columns are common in both the table. Only department type,
Depart.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is natural join? The meaning of natural join is what? Here you can see I have not given a common criteria to create a join between two tables. What I have written here, I just
Okay.
written that natural join keyword here, right? So what this natural join keyword is doing, it will see in both the table how many numbers of column are with same name. First thing is with same name. Second thing
Okay.
is their data type is also same, right? One thing is name must be
Okay.
name will be same. Second thing is the data type will be same. If their name as well as the data type are same, that columns will be the part of creating joining criteria, right? So as you can see,
Okay.
means just writing natural join keyword, it will see how many numbers of column are with same name and data type. So in this case you can see department ID and department ID both are same in both the tables, and and both have same data type and size. So automatically,
Okay.
as you will see, as you will use this natural join keyword, automatically a join will create on the basis of department ID. And if department IDs are matching in both the table, and corresponding records will be displayed on your terminal. So you can see department ID of employees will match with this department ID of departments table. Then the corresponding data like the corresponding employee ID and last name from employees table, and corresponding department name from departments table will be displayed on you on terminal, right? So when I will run this command,
Department name is not the column of the employees.
yes, come again, what you are saying?
Department name is not the column of the employees.
No, that is not present in employee table. Here you can see department name is not present. Even manager ID is also present there, right? So what is it is doing, it is taking these two columns and matching both columns value, then only it is displaying the data on terminal, right? So
Okay.
what it's mean, when you are using natural join keyword, so it is taking the column name with same name from both the table having same data type as well. So it will take that column as take that all columns as a joining criteria. Got my point?
Yep. And it is with kind of the AND clause means both columns should be matched with each other values, and
Yes,
then it will show the result.
exactly means here you can see it will pick up the first line of this employees table and match that manager ID and department ID with this department ID and manager ID. Then only the corresponding employee ID and the last name from employees table and the department name from department table will be displayed to you on the terminal.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's assume there are approx 50 columns in employees table, right? Not as many, 11 column. Let's suppose 50 columns in employee table and approx 20 columns in departments table, right? And you have used that
Okay.
natural join keyword. You have used that natural join keyword. So what will happen?
Okay.
Let's assume there are 10 columns with same name and data type in both the table. Okay, so as you will use that natural join keyword, automatically what will happen, automatically the Oracle compiler will create a joining criteria on the basis of those 10 common columns,
Okay.
right? But you don't want to create that joining criteria on the basis of those 10 common columns,
Okay.
right? But as you have used that natural join keyword, automatically those all 10 columns will be taken to create that joining criteria, right? So what will happen, the
Right.
10 columns of employees tables value, the value of 10 columns from employees table will match the 10 columns of departments table. Then only the rest of the corresponding column values you have you have queried right? As you can see, employee ID and last name from employees, they are not included in that particular common criteria. So the rest of the column values will only be displayed when 10 columns value from one table will match with 10 column values of another. Then the
Okay.
corresponding value of that particular row then only be represented to you on the terminal.
Okay.
So this is what, this is a drawback of natural join. Even you want to create that join condition on the basis of one or two column, but as you will use that natural join keyword, automatically the joining will be created on the basis of all 10 columns. Those are matching in both the table, having same name and data type,
Right.
right? And you can see joins always display the matching data. When then 10 values of one table, 10 column values from one table will match with 10 column value of other table, then only the matching data will be the corresponding matching data will be displayed to you, right?
Okay.
So to shorten out that issue, they have introduced another clause that is called using clause. So how you will use them? You just remove this natural join, natural word here from here. Thereafter you will use using, and you have to put a bracket here and the column name, right? If you want to create a using criteria on the basis of two columns, suppose one and another column must be manager ID, let's suppose on the basis of these two columns, then you have to put these two columns by separating them comma. Means instead of their 10 columns are matching in both the table, you just created joining criteria for on the basis of these two column matching values from both the table. Got my point?
Okay.
Okay, so I will
Yeah.
create on the basis of department ID. Instead there are two columns are matching, one is department ID and manager ID. I'm just going to create that on the basis of department ID only. So I have
So
created.
what was the use of natural join then? It might be the old technology and then they bring it this one, new one?
No, if you are studying that join, you must be aware of with each and every keyword of that join. This is the
Okay.
purpose. This is the purpose to teach you this natural join. So that is also a part of that join. Even you are not means you are never going to use that. But if somebody asks you what is natural join, then you must have some answer to give him.
That's fine, that's okay, but I'm saying that means SQL or Oracle team, why they build this function means if it is not very helpful or it's not very means right to use that.
No, it is helpful. Means it is fast. So if we consider performance wise, it is fast, right? If you
Okay,
have only one column in both the table or two column in both the table and you want to create a joining criteria, you just use the natural join immediately. But
okay,
in general scenario, such type you will not find such type of situation, right? You will find more
okay,
complicated and different types of situation. So maybe is there a possibility that
right,
you will never go to use that natural join keyword. But
okay,
that
okay,
is a option in front of you. If you want to create such type of join, means your scenario is matching with such type of join condition, then just use natural join keyword, right? You just means only one
right,
column with same name is exist in your table and you want to create a that column as with as your matching criteria, then just use that natural join keyword. Okay,
okay,
right? So here you can see what I have put it. One thing is what this department ID must be enclosed in within braces. If you have removed these brackets, then this will give you an error, right? Missing keyword. So it is an essential
Okay.
part of your syntax. You must have to include that column within bracket. Even if you are writing where department underscore id is greater than 50, you can even write where clause as well, right? You are the only department id those are greater than 50 are displaying on the terminal ed,
Right.
right? Now first thing is these braces are compulsory. Why it is compulsory? It has assumed that when you are using this using keyword, then this whatever the column you are writing in between these brackets, that column must be present in both the table, right? With
Okay.
same name, right? So you need to put that bracket either side of that column name. Second thing is, now here you can see whether I have told to this whether I have told in this particular query that which column belongs to which table. Means I have not defined that employee ID belongs to employees table, or department ID belongs to department table, or department name defines means belongs to departments table. Whether I have defined with
Okay.
this query, I have not defined anywhere. I just written there the column name. Okay. So what happened when this query executed? Then the Oracle compiler will search this employee ID in employees table as well as in departments table. Like that, the last name will be searched in employees table as well as in departments table, and department ID will be searched in this employees table as well as in departments table, like that department name as well.
Okay.
Okay, so means Oracle compiler has to work double. So to reduce this task to find out both the column in both the table in all the table, what you will do, you have to use table alias. You have to do table aliasing,
Okay.
right? So how you will do table aliasing? Previously we have discussed column aliasing. Now we are going to discuss table aliasing. So just put another name. So this departments will be represented with D for this query only. The lifetime of this table alias will be up to the execution of this query only, and I will represent this employees with E. Got my point?
Okay.
Okay. So I will
Yep.
write this employee ID as E dot employee ID, and this last name as E dot last name. And because department ID is present in both the tables, so either I can write E or D. So I have chosen that D dot, and the department name is D dot. So where you are using means you have to put that table alias everywhere in this particular query. Means you have to put this D dot in department ID and D dot in this. This is the rule of using table alias. So
But using clause, it is not common in both tables. Then why we need to put a D there?
yes, this is only the point. This is the drawback of using. So when I will
Hello.
run, yes, this is only the point. This is the drawback of using clause. The same I want to explain. So when I,
Hello.
yes, am I not audible? Am I not audible properly? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yep.
Hello? Am I not audible? Hello?
Previously not.
At present?
Yep.
Okay. So this is why I am telling you this example, because this is the drawback of using clause. So when as I have put it uses that table aliasing and executed this statement, this will give me an error. Are you there?
Yep.
This will give me an error, right? So
Okay.
you have received an error because the point is same as you have mentioned. Then as I will put D
Okay.
dot department ID. So specifically I have hard coded that this D dot department ID is only part of departments table. But as per the rule of using clause, this should be the part of both the table. This should be,
Right.
this name should be present in both the table. So what I need to do, where the means where that department ID is coming, I cannot use the table aliasing. I just have to remove that table aliasing from that from that department ID column, right? So now it will work. Now it will work.
Okay.
Now it will work. So you can see I'm not able to use my table aliasing concept properly with this using clause. So one thing is I
Okay.
have to put that column in single quotes. Second thing is I'm not able to use that table aliasing with that particular column that I'm using with using clause, right? So there are two drawbacks. So to remove that drawbacks, we have another clause that is called using clause. So I am converting this statement in
On clause.
using, sorry, on clause. So I am converting this statement with on clause. On e dot department ID is equals to d dot department ID, and where that department ID is coming, I just have put it. I can put either E or D because both are same, right? So I have
Right.
converted that particular using clause into on clause, and here you can also see that I have not put it any type of braces. Means braces is not compulsory after on clause, but the same was compulsory with using clause. So if I have removed, I have executed, you can see I'm getting the same output with using. But generally
Okay.
what we do to improve the readability, we will put this bracket here. This is just to improve the readability, right?
Okay.
So okay, this point is clear. This point
Yes.
is clear. Now the second thing is, if I also want to display the location of my department, right? So location ID was not either present in this location ID, right? So sorry, I want to just want to display the city as well, the city, right? City of that particular department. So you can see city is neither present in employees table nor in departments table. So what I can do, so we have another table that is called locations. Here you can see there is a column name with city. Now with this location you can see there is a column name location ID as well. So to join with above tables we need a common thing. So this is the common thing between departments and locations. So I will link this
Okay.
location with department on the basis of location ID, and the departments will be linked with employees with this department ID.
Okay.
Okay, so what will happen, I just have to include another table. So I have to link another table from this. I have to join locations and I will alias with L on the basis of d dot location ID is equals to L dot location ID, right? So I have linked three tables.
Okay.
I have linked three tables, or I have joined three tables. Okay, I have joined three tables. So this will display you the city of that particular department as well. So this is called what? This is called three ways join, right? On the same way you can join four tables, five tables, like that. Okay, so whatever the syntax you are using, you are saying that is SQL 1999 standard, right? Previously
Okay.
the same syntax was written, you means at present you can also write on that particular syntax that is called NSI standard, right? So the syntax you are seeing at present here, this is SQL 1999 standard, right?
Okay.
This is SQL 1999 standard. I will write same syntax in NSI standard. See, I will write here only, right? So you are able to recognize the difference between these two syntaxes, right? There was no join keyword. There was no join keyword, comma, locations L, right? Select and where, right? So I have written that same syntax in ANSI standard. So in maybe in your environment or with old writer's book, you will see this type of syntax for join as well. This has this on clause and join keyword that has introduced in Oracle 9i. Prior to Oracle 9i, this was not present, right? Even with
There was no joining in earlier than that.
no, I'm not saying joining. This is joining. This is join. But that time the syntaxes was this. Even in 9i,
Okay.
most of the people are writing on this manner only. Starting with 10G or 11G, people has started to write in this manner, right? If you go
Means
through,
join word is using latestly.
yes, this is the latest syntax. This is the latest syntax.
I was thinking that was the old style.
No, this is the present one, right? SQL 99 is
Okay.
standard, and this is the old one to write the same syntax. No join keyword, no on clause,
Okay.
right? So if I will write the same syntax, you will get the same output, right? I am removing this, right? So how many numbers are rows there? 66. You will get the same output, right?
Right.
So this is another way to write your syntax. There are two way to write syntax of joins. One is SQL 1999, that is the latest one, has been introduced in Oracle 99, and NSI standard that is also used to write, means all DBAs are or developer are writing on this manner as well, right? So don't get
SQL
confused.
1999 is the actually year?
Yes, yes, it is the latest one.
No, it is mentioning the year, right? 1999.
Year means,
Year means 2020, 2017.
yes, yes, it is using in present, means that this is the latest one, right? This is the latest one. Latest one means this is the
Okay.
new one, new standard. Previously there was no join keyword and no on keyword, right? So you are writing
Okay.
by using just separating them by comma, all columns, and thereafter you are using where clause to join them.
Right.
Okay. So there are two way to write your join. One is SQL 99 standard. Whatever you feel easy, you can use them. I will suggest that you will use this first one. Okay.
Okay.
The next one is, cross join. I have just written that cross join keyword. So what it will do,
Okay.
it will create a Cartesian product, right? The useless join. Again you will ask why it is there, right? So this will create a Cartesian product, right? So because it is present there, somebody asks you how we can create a Cartesian product, then you just have to answer that by using cross join, right? So
Okay.
what do you mean by Cartesian product? See how many numbers of uh, how many numbers of output you are getting? 18, 18,
1833.
yes, 1833. So select count star from employees, right? Select count star from departments. Multiply these two values, you will get the same output.
Okay.
141 multiplied by 13, right? So it will take first row of that, means whatever the content you have inquired about first row, it will take the same all. See, it will take employee ID, last name and department ID either from first row. First row, these two values has been taken from first row of employees table and display with all 13 value of department ID,
Okay.
right? Here you can see, right? So in this case what it has did, it has taken all 141 rows and the executive 90 executive is same for all 141. Again it has taken another one and display with 141. You can see the output is same. Here you can see the output is
Right.
same. Thereafter again it has taken 141 values and displayed, right? So Cartesian product is
Okay.
what Cartesian product created by this cross join, right?
Okay.
So next is outer join. Now here you can see with all these joins you are displaying the matching value only. Those many values are matching in both the table, the corresponding records, means their corresponding values are displaying only. What you just want to display the matching value as well as the unmatched value.
Okay.
Then you will create the outer join. So what is the difference between inner and outer join? All those joins, though those display the matching value, they are called inner join, and those display the matching as well as the unmatched value, they are called outer join.
Means in outer joins, all the rows of both tables will be present there.
Yes, on the basis of joining,
Okay.
on the basis of outer join, right?
Okay.
So I have changed this cross join with left outer join. I'm not putting any joining criteria either here, right? So to display you, means to able to understand you that I am getting multiple value, those are unmatched as well from the both table. Now when I am putting this left outer join, what it mean, the table which is appearing after after this from keyword, that is called left table, and the table which is appearing after join, that is called right table, right? This is the left table and this is the right table. Now when I want to show the matching as well as the unmatched data from the left table. Matching data from the both the table and the unmatched data from the left table. Then we will use this left outer join.
Okay.
Right? When I want to display the unmatched data from left table as well as the matching data from both the table, then I will use left outer join. See, what is the problem? Okay, I have not given on which criteria I am making join. On e dot department id is equals to d dot department id, right? So you can see you are getting two unmatched record as well, right? The corresponding
Okay.
matching record is not present in your departments table, right? You are getting these two unmatched record. Got my point?
So I'm getting all the rows of the left hand table
Yes,
matching and unmatching.
yes, and only the matching record from right table. See, you can see you are getting 141 rows. 141 is what?
Yeah.
The number of rows present in your employees table.
Left
You,
table. Yeah.
yes, you are not getting this from departments. You are getting what? 139 entries only, right? So if you have changed the same with right outer join, so right outer join, so what it's mean, I want to display the matching record from both the table as well as the unmatched record from right table, right? You can see there are two records. Those are not present in your, those are not present in your oh, what happened, mouse stops working. Okay, so here you can see there are two records. Those are present in your departments table, which is not present in your employees table,
Right.
right? So now in case of full outer join is what? In case of full outer join, you will get the matching record as well as the unmatched record from both the table. Full unmatched record from both the table. So how many numbers of rows you are getting? 143, right? So
Okay.
141 is from employees and two unmatched from departments,
Right.
right? So in case of full outer join, you will get the matching record as well as the unmatched record from both the table. Okay,
Yep.
so what is the difference between this inner versus outer join? Inner join always display the matching record, but outer join will display you the matching as well as the unmatched record. Now next one is equi versus non-equi join. Equi versus non-equi join. Equi join or what? Whenever I am creating a joining condition in on clause on the basis of equality operator, then all that joins are called equijoin,
Okay.
right? When I am using this equality operator to create that on clause condition, then that all joins are called equijoins. If I am not using that equality operator to create the joining criteria, joining condition, then that all joins are called non-equijoin. You will ask how we can write a join by without using that equality operator. So I have a table DSC employees, another table DSC job grades, right?
Okay.
Okay, so Here you can see, if I will describe this table, select a star from job grades. So you are seeing that I have divided the salary range on the basis of some grade. So up to 2000, if your
Okay.
salary is up to 2000 and 5000, your grade is A. Up to 10,000 1 to 15,000, your grade is C. 5,000 1 to 10,000 B, like that. Now
Right.
I want to display the employee ID, last name, salary, and the grade of employee. How I can write that query? You have any idea?
No.
No. So last name, E dot salary, comma, J dot grade from employees E, and I am join job grades on the basis of E dot salary, and E dot salary must be present between J dot mincel and J dot max cell. Okay, so you will see, you are getting the grade as well, right? So 2004 up to 2000 and what, 5000 A
Five.
grade, and
5,000.
randomly I will check 45,000 to 1 lakh is G grade. So for G grade you can see 50,000 is G grade. For D, 17,000. So for D you can see
Okay.
15,001 to 20,000, right? So here you can see I have not used that equality operator to create my joining condition, right? So such type of all joins are called non-equi joins, right? Where we will
Okay.
where we will not use any equality operator. Now the next one is, the last one is self join. So for
But
self
that is the only format of for using the non-equi join, or is there any other format as well?
format means what?
Means like you compare the salary or number digit with the range of the other numbers or the number with the number. But
Yes,
is there any comparison like we can compare alphabets as well or something?
yes,
The
you can,
string?
yes, you can use like keyword, or not exactly like or between, means depending upon the scenario. If that scenario is telling that you are not using that equality operator, that will generate automatically, the queries are generated automatically on the basis of scenario, right?
Okay.
So if there is a condition, see what I am telling you, whatever the thing, but whatever the means different type of joins or joins keyword I am telling to you, actually you will not means bother about whether I will use natural join or using clause or where clause, cross join, outer join, equi join, right? Queries are generated automatically on the basis of scenario. You have to write query, whatever you want to use you can use. But
Okay.
why I am differentiating you all these things, because these are the keywords and how you are able to use in your actual environment,
Okay.
right? This is not exactly like that. Means either I have to use cross join, or either I have to use outer join, either I have to use using clause or natural join. You just have to write query. That's it.
Right.
You have to solve that situation, that problem. You have to write that problem to solve that. Means you have to write that query to solve that problem. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So you just have to concentrate on the logic. What logic I am using. Right?
Right.
When I'm using such type of scenario, right? This is just to clear, means why I'm telling you different types of scenario, different types of keyword to means process you to clear that OC exam or whatever SQL fundamental exam,
Okay.
because they all maybe asked in your examination as
Right.
well, right? So next thing is, the last one is self join. So I am drawing what? I am drawing a table. I am drawing a table. Oh, what happened? So this is EMP ID, and this is what name. This is what MGR ID. Now there are following entries in this. Let's take 101 and A and 103. Next one is 102 B and 104. Next 103 C, 105, 104 D and 101, 105 E and 102, 106 F, 10. Okay, no, not required. For now, my question is, tell me the manager name of employee A. This is E. This is the employee name,
Okay.
right? Tell me the manager name of employee E.
It's only manager ID there.
Yes, the same I required from your side. I want a manager name of employee A. Name, not employee ID, not manager ID.
I don't know.
Why you not know? What is difficult in it to get that name of that particular manager? Use your logics. I want an answer from your side. Okay, I'm giving you a hint, right? Let's take,
Okay.
you have you have a manager, right? That manager is also
Okay.
a employee of your organization,
Yeah.
and he has some employee ID,
Yes.
and his employee ID is written as a manager ID in front of you.
Yep.
So tell me the answer.
Okay. C.
C, exactly. So how you have recognized that C is the manager of employee A? How you have calculated that thing? First thing you
Because
have,
manager ID is 103.
yes, first thing you have referred this row, right? On the basis of this 103, you have referred this row, right? And here you can see
Okay.
these two entries are common in between,
Right.
right? So what you are doing, you are referring the same this EMP table two times. One time to get this manager ID, and again you are using the same manager ID as the employee ID to get the name,
Okay.
right? So let's take, when you first time you are referring this table, you are referring with E1, and when second time you are referring the same table, you are referring that with E2, right? So what you have did, you have created two virtual image of that particular table. One virtual image is referring with the E name, and another virtual image of that table is referencing with E2,
Okay.
right? So what is self join? Self join is what? When you are referring the same table to create your joining condition, then that particular join will call the self join, right? So when I am writing E1 dot emp id, right? So what is the value of this E1 dot emp id?
101, 2, 3, 4, 5.
E1 dot emp id. When you are referring first time, then E1 dot emp id will be this. You are referring this row,
100, 101. Yeah.
right? So the,
101.
yes, so the value will be 101, and E1 dot e name, the value will be A,
A.
and E1 dot mgr id, then the value will be 103,
103.
right? So the same when you are referring the second time, right? Oh, okay. When you are referring second time, E2 dot emp id will be 103,
103.
and E2 dot e name will be
C.
C, and E2 dot mgr id will be 105.
105.
So what is common in between these two? This is the common condition, and you have to create a joining criteria on the basis of where E1 dot manager ID is equals to E2 dot emp ID,
Employee ID.
right? So I am going to show you,
Right.
the same thing here. Clear screen, right? So select E1 dot employee ID. Are you there?
Yeah.
I will refer this with emp ID, because this is the employee ID, comma E2 dot last name, right? This will be referred with e name, right? Comma E2 dot E1, sorry, E not E2, E1 dot manager ID, right? This will be referred as mgr ID, right? Comma E2 dot last name. This will be referred with m name, manager name.
Manager name.
That's it, right? The rest one we don't require to
Yeah.
show, right? We do not want this because this is already equals to this. I'm also don't want to display this one as well, right? Now I have to create the join, oh sorry, from employees even. One time I have referred this employees table with even. Join the same table employees E2, right? But this time I have referred this employees table with another virtual image, that is E2. Now I have to create the join condition on E1 dot manager ID is equals to E2 dot employee ID, right? Got my point?
Yeah.
So when you are joining a
Yes.
same table with same means when you are creating a joining criteria with table itself, then that join will call self join, right?
Okay.
So okay, so
First column implies spelling is wrong.
yes, the same error appearing, employee ID, right? So you are getting the employee ID, employee name, the manager ID, and the manager name. Suppose you want to display for one. Suppose you want to display for Grant, right? So what you will do,
Okay.
ed you just put a where condition or and condition where even dot last name is equals to what? Grant, right? So you will get the detail of employee Grant. So one Grant has manager name Morgus, and another Grant has manager name is Jodsky, right?
Okay.
Okay, so this is what this was, self join,
Self join.
right? So we have covered all the things with this self join in this join, right? Is there any confusion with this join topic? Because this is very important.
No, it's pretty much clear now.
Okay, so because most of the people says that join is very difficult, join is very difficult, I say join is very easy, just you have to understand the concept,
Right.
right? So I think enough for today. Next we will on
Yes,
Monday.
it is.
Next we will meet on Monday, right?
Tuesday.
Okay, on Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, right.
Tuesday manager.
Okay, see you. Bye. Right? Is there any
Thank you,
question?
everyone. Thank you.
Is there any question you have to ask related to the same topic or from the previous topic?
No, I will go through it and I'll try to do the practice. Then I'll ask it if I have.
Yes, practice is very necessary to do. Okay, so see you on Tuesday,
Right.
right? See you on Tuesday. Bye.
Sure. Pawan, one question regarding to the connectivity with the Office database.
Yes,
The
recording the same with this session. You just have to
okay.
go to that client. Thereafter application development, no, you have to go on configuration and migration tool. Thereafter you have to go to, just a minute, you have to go to that configuration and migration tool, right? Yes, it will take some time to open. Okay, so you have to create that local net service name connection.
Okay.
Okay, thereafter next, and you have to add a service, add, and you have to provide
Okay.
the database name. My database name is ORCL. This is the database ORCL. Next, you have
Database
to
name.
yes. This service name is database name. This is TCP.
Database name. Okay.
Okay. And thereafter TCP.
Okay.
Thereafter you have to provide the IP address. My IP address is this, right? 75. This is my IP address
Right.
of this machine. This VM machine, right?
Okay.
So thereafter, oh no, not 75. This is
Virtual machine here.
yes. This is the virtual machine. Just like your database is situated on your remote location. But there must be a pinging. There must be a pinging between both the database. If you are not able to
I
ping
checked
that,
this. Yeah, I can ping from my host machine.
means from your laptop you can ping that machine.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I can ping that machine. Yes.
Okay. So if you are able to ping that machine, then where it has gone. Okay. So next, yes, perform a test. Next, change login. I will put my password. Okay, that test must be successful, right? Like this. Hello.
Okay.
Okay. Thereafter next.
Right.
It will take some time.
And for this configuration, do I need to be in my office internet, or I can do it from my home as well?
If you are able to ping your server from your home, then it will work. This will work.
Right. Right. Got it.
Okay, so you have to provide a net service name. So I will provide Azim.
What is that net service name?
This is the TNS alias. At the rate, after at the rate you are giving anything.
Okay.
That is the
Okay.
same name.
Okay.
Azim. Right?
Okay.
Next. Finish. Okay. Now you are able to use this CMD.
Okay.
I will do SQL plus sys/sys at the rate Azim as sysdba. If you have sysdba access, then you are able to access the sys user as well. If you don't have sysdba access, see, you have logged in. Another way is as well, you just have to write the IP address, thereafter the port port name at the rate database name. So that is another way, but it is the good way, means you can connect with your machine by this DNS alias as well, right? So if you don't have access of sys user, then hr/hr at the rate Azim, right? You are in HR schema.
HR and HR, these are HR username and HR is password, right?
Yes. But I am doubtful that HR has created new database, because we never create HR schema or sample schema in our production environment. But you can access that particular user schema where you are working with your application, right?
Right.
So there must be a schema that is storing your application tables. You can access that schema as well by using this.
Right. Great, brother. Great. Thank you very much. I will try in the morning.
Yes. You should have to try by your own. And if you feel any type of difficulty, let me know, right? Either you can mail me or
thank you very much
by any way.